So before you think of starting up a pig farm, when you've decided that you want to start up a pig farm, there are things that you need to have in that pig farm. Basic but important things that you need to have in that your farm. So in this video today, I'm going to be listing out everything that you will need in details. I will list it out, I will explain everything that you need, those in basic things, yet they are important things that you need in details. I will list them out in this video. So I would like you to watch to the end. I will list it out and I will explain. Okay, welcome back to my channel. My name is Udoye. If this is your first time seeing my face, welcome. Here I talk about animal farming, pig and fish especially. In here I give helpful tips on how to succeed in the business, how to make money, what you need to know. So if you find this channel really helpful, please don't hesitate to subscribe, like and share. Turn on your post notification bell for new videos to come. Okay, so let's get right back into today's video. So the first thing that you will need if you want to start up a pig farm business is land. Getting a land or a space where you're going to build your pig farm, where you're going to set up your pig farm is really important when you decide that you want to start up a pig farm business. Okay, you need a space. Like, it's the first thing that you need when you want to start up this business. You can as well rent a pig farm, like rent space. So there are people that have pig farms that you can just rent. You can just go and rent their space and use it and start up your business. You can look out for that. If you see that, you can just rent it. You can rent it for like a year or two, depending on your agreement with the owner. You just rent it and start up your pig farm business. I even advise this for people that don't really have so much money to put up structures, because putting up structures can be, a handful. So if you don't have money to put up structures, but you have money to buy some animals and feed them, then you can just look out for people that want to like rent their space and you rent from them. Also, if you are in a locality or you are in a state that have pig farm settlements, you can as well go to those pig farm settlements, know how it is run and how you're going to get a space from them and get a space. All you just have to do is like do some touches here and there and you're good to go. You just start up your business ASAP. So for these last two I mentioned, it is really beneficial for people that don't really have so much money, that want to start up a pig farm business. You just make use of this opportunity to start up a pig farm business. Then when you now start doing well, you can now gather money and buy a land, get a space of your own. Okay, so that is just it about it. First thing first, you need to get a space, that's a land, where you start up your pig farm business. So the second one is adequate water supply. You need adequate water supply if you know that you want to run a successful pig farm. Okay, adequate water supply, it is really important. Not just adequate water supply, but the quality of the water really needs to be good, because the quality of the water will also help in the growth performance of your pigs. Okay, you need to look out for that. You need to always have water in the farm, especially during hot weather, where these pigs drink lots and lots of water, because they need to cool themselves down, because the weather is hot and they need to cool themselves down. They need water at that period. Imagine not having water supply. You're stressing your pigs and also you are running down the farm. Okay, so adequate water supply is one of the major things that you'll be needing to start up a pig farm. Okay, so the third one is money. Like, money is really important. I don't know how to emphasize on this. Like, you really need money if you want to start up a pig farm. Like, having money, spare money by the side, it is really helpful. Like, it's going to help you a lot on the long run when you just start, because the first 2 years I started that pig farm business, you might not make profits. There's high chances that you might not make profit the first 2 years, or the first year you might not make profits. You will just be putting and you will not make profits. If you write everything, all your expenses down, you see that you will not make profits. So you need spare money. You need spare money to be buying things, buying feed for the farm and all of that. Okay, so that's why I say money is really really important. After you've set up your farm, you still need spare money that you stocked up one side, because it's really important for the growth of that your business. The fourth one is trained and experienced staff. Like, you need to have trained and experienced workers in your farm to be able to like run a successful pig farm. If you know that you want to thrive in that business, you need experienced staff. Like, experienced staffs will help you run that your business very well. If you don't have experienced staff, in fact your staff is like the next person to your pigs, and your staffs will determine if your pig farm will thrive or not. So experienced staffs is really really needed in this business. I know getting experienced staffs and experienced workers is really hard, but if you have people that are willing to work for you, people that like the business, emphasis on like the business, because there are some people that will tell you they don't like this business, that there are some people that don't like the business but just want to work because they don't have any other thing to do and they need the money. So don't look out for those kind of people. Look out for people that actually like the business, not just about the money, but they just like the business. Okay, so for people that look for people that like the business, that want to work there but they don't have knowledge of the business, teach them, or you can enroll them for training where they're going to learn about the business, learn the basics, learn how to care for the pigs and how to manage the farm. Okay, just enroll them, train them, and employ them in your farm. You're good to go. Okay, because I know getting experienced staffs is really really hard, and even if you see, most of them will charge you because they know that they are scarce. Okay, so they know that they are scarce, so that is just it. And this brings me to another point. The fifth one is basic knowledge of the business. So you need to have basic knowledge of the business before going into the business, because pig farming without proper knowledge of the business could turn into a nightmare. It could be a disaster, and you will regret it in the twinkle of an eye if you don't have basic knowledge of the business. Even when you have experienced workers, you still need to have knowledge of that business. You need to know what the business is all about. Imagine if your workers have let's say they have an emergency, and you have to be the one on ground because you don't have any other experienced person again. How are you going to do it? It's just like leaving the farm at the mercy of just one person, putting all the whole workload on one person. It's not good. You can get disappointed at any time. They can disappoint you. So if you have knowledge of the business, if you know how to run the business, nobody will disappoint you. You can be able to do it by yourself, depending on when you get new staffs. Okay, so please, having knowledge of this business is really really important. You need to have knowledge of the business. As the owner of the business, you need to know what is on ground, what they are doing, what you should do at the right time. Okay, so it is really really necessary. It is necessary. So the sixth one is getting a mentor. So getting someone that has been in the business before you as a mentor is really really important. I know getting a mentor can be really difficult because most people would not like to give you or tell you his or her secrets that has been helping the person make money in the business. They will not like to give out that information, but try to have somebody that you can always call when you're experiencing one or two things in the farm. If there's an emergency, somebody that you can always call, or somebody that you can learn one or two things from. Try to have somebody like that in your corner. Okay, it is really really important. Try to keep one or two persons contacts, or all these farmers, try to have them in your contact, so in case there's anything that is going on, you can be able to call them and they will assist you, and as so doing you are learning too in case of tomorrow. Okay, so the seventh one is be open to learning new things. Like, when you see yourself in the midst of farmers or people that knows about this business, sit down and learn from them. In fact, at that point, pretend like you don't know anything. Act like you don't know anything and learn from them. Ask questions when necessary. When you see something that you don't understand, ask them questions. Ask them, let them tell you. Let them teach you. Just pretend like you don't know anything. Sometimes you could just go to farms, like I do it sometimes. Go to farms, ask them questions there, get their formulas and all of that. Just ask them questions so that you will learn what they are doing for them. Then when you go back to your farm, you sit down and draft out how you want to now do the business, or what you need, the new technique that you need to adopt. Okay, so go to other farms, ask them questions, let them teach you, let them give you what you need to know, and all of that. Okay, so it is really, really important. I hope you have taken note of all these things I just said. They are all the things that you need to have, or that you need to know before starting up a pig farm business. Okay, so if you have anything for me, like you want to speak to me directly, you want me to start up your pig farm business for you, please reach out to me on my Facebook page at Udoye, on my Instagram at Udoye, okay? And I'll respond to you. If you've gotten value from this video, please don't hesitate to give me a thumbs up, subscribe, like and share. Turn on your post notification bell for new videos to come, okay? And I'm going to see you in my next video. Bye.